said that Octopath Traveler was probably the biggest announcement for those, at least RPG wise. I would agree. I think one big thing we got out of it was that July 13th is the release date, and also the official name is now Octopath Traveler, whereas before it's Project Octopath Traveler, and that was like a working title. So we now know it is called Octopath Traveler.
I'm going to guess that everyone was just calling it, and they were like, screw it, just call it Octopath Traveler. That's what everyone's calling it now.
Yeah, well, I mean, I honestly, I thought Project Octopath Traveler, I was like, dude, that's such a cool name. And then, everyone just kept calling it that. And I kept thinking to myself, why would you not call it that? Because everyone's talking about it, with this name. It's all over YouTube. It's all over the place on social media. But if you would change your name to something less known, I think it would just cause confusion. So they're just probably like, screw it. We'll just drop the project and call it Octopath Traveler. So it's a little anticlimactic because I was kind of looking forward to what crazy name they were going to try to come up with, but it makes sense to me. But July 13th, that's close, man. It's coming up. Are you excited?
I'm pretty excited. I played the demo, and the demo was pretty fun. It was made by the Bravely Default team, so I'm not really surprised it has the weird name, because Bravely Default is a pretty weird name in itself. Bravely Default Flying Fairy.
Yeah,
but when I played the game, I thought I was going to get something more of a traditional, Final Fantasy-like RPG, and I'm wrong on that end when I found out that you're going to have 8 characters you play through. And I'm like, wow, this is sounding like Saga already. So when I played the game, and I'm like, yeah, this is Saga on so many levels. Granted, this is more of a mainstream, easier to follow, and more in-your-face direction with it, which is a good thing. I'm not calling it out for that. It is a good thing. But it's definitely not a Final Fantasy game that people are expecting from it. If you've played a Saga game before, and I recommend playing one just to get a good idea, you can get a demo of Romancing Saga 2 on the Switch, and you can even get a demo of this game on Switch right now. You can go download it and try 2 of the characters and their introductory sequences to get an idea of how this game works. And everything seems solid. There's some minor complaints I may have, which I kind of forgot about. It's been a while since I played the demo. But I really enjoyed what I played. So yes, I am very much looking forward to the July release date of it. I think they have a good thing going here.
Yeah, what struck me about the demo when I checked it out was that the art style, Square's calling it 2D HD. And if no one has actually, that's listening to this, hasn't actually checked it out, just go on YouTube, type in Octopath Traveler, check out the trailer. You'll see it really looks like something you would see from maybe Final Fantasy VI. It does have a little Final Fantasy feel when you look at it. It looks like that kind of pixel art style, but the whole world's 3-dimensional, but everything still looks flat. It's really weird how they found this perfect spot of just looking unique and interesting to walk around in, but still keep that retro feel. And what I like about it is it seems like it's a little higher budget than we're getting with a lot of the Tokyo RPG Factory games, which are trying to go after that same kind of audience with the retro feel, where you have I Am Setsuna and Lost Sphere that honestly feel a little low budget to me. It just didn't feel like they had enough money pumped into it. Maybe they did, maybe it's some other issues, but when I look at Octopath Traveler, it just doesn't seem like they cut expenses in too many places. I wasn't a big fan of what I saw from the voice acting. It was kind of, I don't know. How'd you feel about that?
The graphics are just absolutely beautiful. It's what
Yeah.
I wish that the FF6 remake would have been.
Oh, absolutely.
Not what we got. This is some of the best pixel art I've ever seen in a game. This is modern day pixel art to be sure. And on the RPG Tokyo Factory, I can't get the name right. And I feel like the Bravely Default team are the ones who know how to hit those retro notes right, because I tell myself the best thing you can do is take what works in the past and make it and modernize it. That's all you have to do. to get like games like this to hit the right notes. And I think, despite some minor faults with Bravely Default, I believe it hit those notes right. They made a unique battle system that didn't feel overwhelming, and a cool job system. And even this game, I don't know if they've going to change anything between the demo and now. Sorry, excuse me. But everything felt simple. It felt solid. You know, it didn't feel overbearing. And, you know, the story was already interesting just from these demos alone. Like, it instantly captured me already, whereas, like, Tokyo RPG Factory games, like, I just felt bored from the start. I'm like, are we going somewhere already, or...
Yeah, well, the way I felt with those games is generally speaking, that it was mildly amusing, but it was only mildly amusing because I enjoyed Super Nintendo games. So, like, to me, I felt like if somebody had not ever played any of those other games, they would be bored out of their mind. Whereas with Octopath Traveler, it looks like even if you've never played, like, you know, the retro games, it's still a good game to play. So I'm really excited, and I hope that it does really well so that Square can kind of be, you know, realize that, oh, this is the direction we need to go in. And not necessarily that I want to see Final Fantasy 16 like in this style, although that'd blow my mind if they rolled the dice like that. But I don't know. It feels like this game has a spirit of where they need to go with some of their other games. So I'm hoping that it does well. So
yeah, I hope it's a great game. Also, if it's better than Unlimited Saga, then it's already going great places. I don't know if you ever played that one, the PS2 one.
Mm-hmm.
Don't.
Yeah.
It's the best thing to do. Best thing I say. If anyone ever asks me, should I play this game? I'll just be simply, no. I
played it for like,
touch it.
I don't know, like an hour and a half, but that was the extent of my experience with it. But I don't remember it as being particularly fantastic. So
yeah,
I'll have to.
It has beautiful art. It lures you in with that beautiful art, but right when you get in, you see those board game mechanics, and it's like, am I playing an RPG or a board game?
Yeah.